How's it going, everybody? Chris Ward coming to you from in front of the Grand Lodge at Peak 7 in the beautiful Breckinridge, Colorado. So you can see the gorgeous mountain behind me. And I'm actually out here to celebrate my brother's birthday. So the snow fell on us. It's still a couple months shy of ski season, but this is definitely an outdoor adventurous wonderland. Come here all during the year. Breckinridge is a gorgeous little city, so definitely recommend coming out here and checking it out. And I was I was trying to think about how to celebrate my brother's birthday at 35 years old. I mean, what does one do for a 30-plus-year-old? And I was looking at trying to figure out where did the origin of celebrating birthdays come from anyway. And when I looked it up, it was actually discouraged practice for hundreds of years, because in the traditions of Christianity and Judaism, they actually did not celebrate birthdays, because those traditions came from pagan practices, and so they thought that they were evil, and so they didn't celebrate birthdays until much later. As a matter of but in Asia, thousands of years, people have been celebrating birthdays. So it was pretty interesting that they didn't celebrate birthdays. I know that even today, Jehovah's Witness does not celebrate birthdays, but it wasn't until the early 1700s, actually in Germany, when they would have what they called Kinderfest, and they would put a candle in a cake or a tart, and that was to mark 1 year, and they would put an additional candle for every year of the person's life. So a tradition that still carries on today, but it wasn't until the mid-1930s before the actual Happy Birthday song came about, which is probably one of the most recognizable songs in the English language. You know, the Happy Birthday to You song, which was funny is because it actually stemmed from a copyright violation. The people that wrote the song were sued and won. So everybody that sings Happy Birthday today is still in violation of copyright law. So, but I think that, you know, and a lot of the reason why a lot of people didn't want to practice birthdays is because they believed that it was a celebration of the ego. And to me, I think that in my belief system, and tell me if you think this is right or not, but I think that celebrating people's birthdays is more of a celebration for the people that they know as opposed to the individual. And I'm sure a lot of people, it feeds their ego. You know, everybody's saying, congratulations, you made it 365 days, you know, from one point in the year to another. So that's interesting. But to me, I think that it's a great opportunity for all of us that are friends, families, colleagues, to celebrate having someone in our life. You see, thousands of years ago, to celebrate a year of one's life, it's not much of an accomplishment. I mean, most of the people in the world have done it if you lived more than 1 year. So it's not much of an accomplishment, but it's, you know, you think of where it stemmed from when they started celebrating the birthdays thousands of years ago, was because there is a lot of ways to die in the world. And so actually celebrating that somebody made it through life for 1 year was worth celebrating. And so I know the practice kind of dies off now after people reach adulthood, after the age of 18. You know, Judaism, I believe a lot of people are practicing birthdays now, in particular the 13th birthday, when during the bar mitzvah. That's when a person is supposed to be the mark of when they reach puberty level. So now they're becoming an adult, they're able to adapt the Jewish belief system. So very interesting on how birthdays are celebrated around the world, why we celebrate birthdays. And so I just wanted to say to each and every one of you, I'm glad that you know, you're around. You stuck it out for 1 more year. Congratulations. If that's the least of your accomplishments, I think you're still doing pretty well, because a lot of unfortunate souls do not get to celebrate their birthday here at the end of this year. So with that, though, you know, happy birthday to you. And this is Chris Ward, thinking about people's birthdays. So if today's your birthday, happy birthday to you. And I hope that you make an attempt to make it out to Breckinridge, Colorado. I'm going to spend another night and then head back home. So with that, I'm going to continue on my adventures, and I hope you stay with me. Talk to you soon.